iPhone 16 Pro Max and 16 Plus. Let's unbox them, see what they look like, and also compare some of the specs as well, see what the differences are. By now, you guys probably know what they look like anyway, and you've seen loads of this online already, but let's see what they look like inside. So this is the iPhone 16 Plus in Ultramarine, so you can see what it looks like. It's so nice. I love the contrast in the camera array as well. You can see the darker blue versus the rest of the actual device as well, and then it suits that Apple logo on the back right there. And then just take this off. We can see the new camera control button there already. Oh, so satisfying. Look at that. USB-C to USB-C cables included as well, nice and threaded as well. It just looks really nice and it's just nice quality. SIM ejector tool is also included and you get some documentation in there as well. Next, let's have a look at the 16 Pro Max. So this is the new Desert Titanium and this is 1 terabyte. This is my favorite iPhone 16 Pro Max color this year. It just looks really cool, really nice. I love just the finishing of it. We still get the titanium frame. We got the new camera control button there as well. And let's just peel this off. Oh, satisfying each and every time. Just like the 16 Plus, there's also a USB-C cable included. The same style, same design. And then underneath that, you get some information as well in this bunch of paperwork that you got underneath there as well. And of course, there's also a SIM ejector tool. Before we compare them in terms of specs and what the differences are, I've also got some official cases here as well for the devices. So you can see the silicone case for the 16 Plus here with MagSafe supports and 16 Pro Max clear case with MagSafe supports as well. Let's see what that looks like with the device inserted. It's sort of like a hard case as well, so it's not that flexible, but it's flexible enough. But what's also cool is in terms of the camera control button, that's actually been built with that in mind as well. So that will still work with your camera control button as well. It's like a cutout almost, but not really a cutout. So it's kind of like a button it's been made to go inside of the case itself. So you see there, it's like a button there and it kind of moves as well. So you can actually see it moving. So they've actually made that just for the Pro Max and the new series in general because they've all got that new camera control button on the right side. That silicone case for the 16 Plus, it's nice and soft on the back. It's got a cutout, as you can see, slightly raised to protect it as well. And it's soft, nice and soft on the inside. You can see the material, really nice finishing. I like this. And for the camera control button there, you can see there it's got the button built in as well. So you can still control your camera settings through that by just controlling it, tapping it and all that kind of stuff. And here's what it looks like inserted in the case. Really nice and snug, fits perfectly well, and it just adds that niceness to it. It looks really nice. It kind of complements the actual device itself. I think that is a perfect match for the iPhone 16 Plus. Okay, let's start with the back of the devices. So obviously on the right, we have the 16 Plus, 16 Pro Max is on the left. So the 16 Pro Max has a triple camera setup. We have a 48 megapixel f1.78 main camera. We have a 48 megapixel ultra wide angle at f2.2 and a 12 megapixel telephoto 5x f2.8 lens on the 16 Pro Max. On the 16 Plus, we have a 2 camera setup here, but there's a trickery there. So we have 48 megapixel main camera at f1.6 with 2x optical quality zoom and also 12 megapixel ultra wide at f2.2. You'll also notice that the camera, the way that's been laid out on the 16 Plus, it's because this now supports spatial audio and spatial video recording. So, well, mainly spatial video recording. So with that, you'll be able to capture it in a really nice way so you can watch it back in spatial. If you have Apple Vision Pro, for example, you'll be able to watch it back. The 16 Pro Max you can get with up to 1 terabyte of storage, whilst the 16 Plus, you can only get it with up to 512 gigabytes of storage. Looking at the displays, you will notice a slight difference in display sizes as well. The bezels are much smaller on the 16 Pro Max, for example. But in terms of sizes, the 16 Pro Max has 6.9 inch of display and the 16 Plus has 6.7 inch display. The display quality are quite different as well in terms of the refresh rate. So the 16 Pro Max will give you 120 Hz refresh, whilst the 16 Plus will only go up to 60 Hz refresh. So if you're a gamer, for example, you might want to opt for the 16 Pro Max just for that reason alone. On the bottom of the devices, they're pretty much the same with that USB-C port on the bottom Thank God for that. And if we look to the left of the devices, you see you have your action button now available on the 16 Plus. We have the control, volume control buttons and your SIM card tray, which is available on the left side of the devices. And then flip over to the right side, we get that new camera control button on both devices, which is cool. I'm glad they're available on all devices, which means you can take advantage of those new control options available for your cameras. In terms of the weight as well, the 16 Pro Max is slightly heavier than the 16 Plus. You're talking around 7.03 ounces on the 16 Plus and 7.99 ounces on the 16 Pro Max, so 227 grams. The good news is both devices come with the latest Apple Silicon chip in there, but the 16 Pro Max come with A18 Pro, so a souped-up version of the A18 that's available in the 16 Plus. Both uses 3nm manufacturing process, but the A18 Pro comes with that 6-core GPU versus the standard A18 in the 16 Plus. Both devices have been upgraded as well when it comes to wireless charging, so we now get 25 watts wireless charging, up from previous 15 watt wireless charging that we had before. Pricing is obviously different as well if you're going to be opting to buy either of these devices. So the 16 Plus starts from $899, whereas the 16 Pro Max starts from $199. So that's pretty much the unboxing and the first look slash sort of comparing the specs and what differences there are between these two devices. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to do more in-depth videos as well, so make sure you subscribe to watch those. And I'm going to be doing some camera comparisons as well with these devices versus some of the other flagships on the market right now, so we can see what all that would look like as well. So it helps you decide which sort of devices you want to go for. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.